About Nancy's favorite paper, BFK Reeves. What weight of paper does she use? How does she present these works once they are finished? Does she mount them onto wood? Okay, so the BFK Reeves is 300-gram weight. It comes in rolls of, I think, 42 inches by 10 yards is one option. Another option I like are the 22-inch by 30-inch pieces of paper, same weight, 300 grams. It comes in, I like to get the packs of 100 because I do a lot of painting, but it is expensive. But I just absolutely adore that painting, love the surface, and that's one of them. And then you ask, and that said, let me say that I also use inexpensive paper, Borden and Riley. This is Borden and Riley, 90 pounds. This is what I use in the workshops. Rolls of various heights, and 42 inches, 44 inches, 48 inches, that type of thing. And then just roll it out, cut it, tack it up here, and then just start working. So I use a lot of Borden and Riley as well. And then one other, let me show you the other thing I really like. Hold on just a second. I like this Bristol Strathmore 400 series. It's 18 inches by 24 inches. It's vellum surface, and it comes in 15 sheets. And I really like it. It has a, I don't know, there's something about it. And what is, it's 2-ply. I don't know if it tells me the weight, but it's just got a really nice surface as well. And it's not very expensive. So that's another one. So sometimes I'll work with that. Okay. And then in terms of how do I present these works once finished? Well, once they're finished, I tend to put it away and start another painting, or I'll be working on a series of working on numerous paintings. And so I keep them in kind of folders and stacked, excuse me. And then if they're on this kind of paper, I've got numerous of these paintings back behind here. As you can see, there's probably like 7 or 8 paintings on here. Eventually, I roll those up and put them in the closet or put them all around the studio. In terms of if I mount them, then if I do frame them, so to speak, or present them in some way, what I've done, what I really like is wet mounting onto acid-free foam core that's about 1/2 inch. Take it all the way to the edges. Wet mounting means they use glue, archival glue, or adhesive of some sort, and it flattens it out on this board. It's a reversible process. That's why I like wet mounting versus dry mounting. Dry mounting is where they use heat. It's almost like they're ironing it onto the board. That's not reversible. And it's potentially toxic because acrylics are plastics, basically, polymers. And so if you heat plastic, you know what happens? It's toxic. It creates some fumes that are not good in the air. So I don't do the heating, but I actually have the framers do this. I don't have time to do this myself. And then I have them drop that into a floater frame, a very contemporary wood, usually a light wood floater frame. And so there's that. Now, there are other ways of going. I do have friends who do what you said, basically adhere it to wood, mount it onto wood. You can do that with various types of adhesives. And I just don't get into all of that. If somebody wants my work, I just mail it to them. I roll it up and mail it to them, and then they can frame it because everybody's got different aesthetics around that. And the other thing to be aware of is that there has been some movement in galleries in New York and various places to not frame works on paper, but rather to just tack them up on a wall, maybe with pins, maybe with some magnets of some sort, maybe with tape, whatever, and just hang them. And there was this fantastic show called Paper Giants a few years ago that had the same size paintings. They had 3 artists who made these paper giants, same sizes, and they tacked them up at the top and then just let them hang down, and they kind of rolled at the bottom. So that confers a kind of accessibility. And so that is another way of going, where you don't make it so precious. Now, of course, you could go, if you like, the more traditional, putting your paintings behind glass. I don't like that because of glare, but some people do. And so you can do that as well. So anyway, hope that's helpful.